Na, 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 na.
Hey everybody,
Hey.
welcome to Dead Walk Talk number 43, brought to you by the guys from Doomgoryum's Horror Emporium. Over there we've got
Hello.
somebody on the riot squad, Happy Wax.
Axmaster. Can you
And
hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, yeah, let me
You've got your... That's Chuck too. And this week's episode of The Walking Dead is Self-Help.
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 Yes. All right.
Oh, this is Jimmy, by the way.
Yes, Jimmy.
Colonel Jim. He's in his winter Tibetan uniform because he's going overseas. Try to find his skin.
Yes. Sure.
Chuck's very talkative
Yes,
tonight.
he is. And I cried a little bit last night too. Actually, okay, so we didn't get together to watch this. I was occupied with some homework.
Fuck you, cowboy! Fuck all you assholes! You motherfucker!
But anyways, it's a busy place here in the dungeon.
There's a call.
Hello?
Collect call from.
The killer?
Will you accept the charges?
Whatever.
Go ahead.
Go get it.
The phones are ringing on.
It's a busy place here.
Okay. All right. Let's go.
All
You
right.
go. You go ahead.
Okay. So, all right. This episode to me, I didn't. It was way better than the Beth episode, like way better. And positive notes for me were I like Abraham. I like his character. I hope he sticks around for a while. And I knew long before that. I'm drawing a blank. What's his name? What's the
Eugene.
Eugene. I knew Eugene was not a scientist. He's a school teacher. You know what I mean? Anybody who reads a comic book knew that. I didn't, and no surprises there. But I was actually surprised they gave that up so early. I thought they were going to drag that out. So actually, I was impressed by that they got that bullshit out of the way. But I like the backstory of Abraham. I just wish they would have been a little bit longer. You know what I mean? And now you see why he's so intense and on a mission. It's probably to keep his sanity. You know what I mean?
He has something to live for.
Yeah, his wife and kids get raped. You know what I mean? And he ends up killing the. I wish they would have shown that, like not the rape, but the him dummying those guys. You know what I mean? And he goes to sleep with them, and they get up, and for whatever reason they leave, and they get eaten by zombies. So the guy's obviously, he's going mental. So Eugene comes along and kind of saves his, mentally saves him because it gives him another mission. So he's in that. So I guess that kind of explains why he's so, hardcore. Got to get to Atlanta because that's his mission, and he's probably all crazy inside. My thing about him now is what's he going to do now that he's almost killed Eugene? That was the best punch.
3 punches.
That was the best punch ever when Eugene up against the fire, and he just dropped. Like, no,
Yeah.
that was awesome. I was so happy because he deserves it. Like, how many people died because of Eugene, and I'm sure he lives. I'm sure but I'm glad that Abraham smoked him because he deserved it. But yeah, we're getting off track here. But Abraham, his storyline was awesome. But this is the #1 show on TV, and I said this earlier today because I posted it last night on my Facebook page, and you know, I just #1 show on TV. You know, there were zombies in this one. You know, maybe the water scene was cool, but I don't know. I'm just expecting more. I don't know. I was bored watching that last night. You know, like it was way better than the Beth one, but it's still just not.
It's lost its storytelling.
Yeah, where it should be.
They're too all over the place. Like, okay, I thought it was cool to get some backstory from Abraham, but honestly, I just don't care about the character enough to really sit there. I thought it was just enough. Fine, yeah, okay, we understand now. Now we know why you're so dead set to go. He's got to go. But really, what The Walking Dead is missing is, as soon as they said, "What's that smell?" I said to Mrs. Axmaster, I said, "It's a horde." And I said, that's what the show's missing. Yeah. I said, so are you telling me? So the whole story, here's you go. Like, I mean, I don't read the comics. I don't want to read the comics. It's like, if, you know, I was looking forward to this road trip to DC. It was an adventure, and they just cut that off. It's there's only 3 episodes to go till the mid-season finale, so these guys can, you know, go have tea and crumpets and sit around and whatever. So, I mean, it's like, so that whole avenue of the show has just been erased. And you telling me they're going to turn around, go back into the forest in Georgia, and that horde of zombies they're not going to follow them. They're not going to see the truck coming. They're not going to see them standing there on the road. Like, it's just, you know, that's what's missing in the show. They need to, I've been saying it forever, they need to basically, and the other thing that was really worrying me, we got another burgeoning love story here between Eugene and that girl. I can't remember the girl's name now. I mean, there's another love story.
We'll do it all, everything on our own.
Right? So, you got. Why don't you just call it, like, you know, Three's Company? This, you know, on a zombie highway. It's like essentially that's where they're going. And I know they have to reproduce and all that, but do they? Why don't they just strip the cast down and have some serious adventures for a while? Because we've had a lot of character building and a lot of like attempts at this story. Like that stuff with Beth was ridiculous.
I'd stand back if I were you.
Daryl!
I've given him a crossbow a little upgrade.
But how?
My brother, who in fact survived, found a pile of scrap metal out back, the same one he used to rebuild his hand. Weren't nothing.
Like I said last week, you're telling me these guys are afraid to leave this building for 2 years, but they're going to drive all over southern Georgia to find one concubine. And how did they get through the horde? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, the storytelling is really kind of, you know, the good thing is it's zombies on TV. I was reading some of the posts on Facebook when you put the post up, and when somebody said, you know, you shouldn't be able to kill zombies with water. I actually liked the water cannon scene. I mean, I'd never seen that before. It was like the zombies flew into pieces. That was kind of cool. You know, so it was cool to see that, and that's why I watched the show. So I can't say I didn't like the episode. He did, I saw him. And basically, he, you know, but I fear for where it's going, because now they're going to go back and, you know, they're probably going to attack this hospital in Atlanta or to get Beth, maybe, or I don't know, who knows, but... And yeah, I don't know. I think Abraham will pull out of it, and I think he'll still like Eugene. That's my take, because essentially we now know that if it wasn't for Eugene spinning his tail, you know, probably. Well, Abraham was. He was going to kill. He had his gun in the mouth, right? He was going to swallow some lead there.
So he does own that. Although, you know, how do you get over how many people died because of him? So, I don't know. I guess we'll see where it goes. But I just, yeah, I don't know. It was another sleeper episode for me. But please, I'll keep my fingers crossed. Next episode looks good. It's Daryl and Carol. They're in the city, and there actually looks like there's lots of zombies. So,
something's coming.
Yeah. So let's hope next episode.
And on a whole, this season so far is better than either 3 or 4.
Yeah. Well,
so,
they haven't lied. They said they were going to. Move around a lot, and they have been. So at least we've seen different scenes and different sets, and not just stuck in the same damn place all the time. So I'll give it that. But I just, I just want it to be more. I
want to see that horde rolling through, and there needs to be some cast reduction.
Why don't they? Yeah, why don't they just have like 1 or 2? Sure,
big shocker.
Yeah, like what do they have? Is it 16 episodes they're up to now a season? Why don't they just set like 1 or 2 episodes aside for each half, and just have it full on? They're trapped.
Chaos.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like thousands of zombies, and then have the other episodes do your storytelling in your character.
Even in The Good Wife, one of the main characters got killed.
Yeah.
Killed in the courtroom. I mean, all TV shows are doing that now. They're not having this cast like MASH where everybody's there for 15 years.
Yeah.
They're basically, it's like, thanks for coming out, here's your last paycheck.
Yeah.
And it's like,
exactly.
Get them out of there, man.
Yeah.
Have a horde roll through.
Yeah, we need another Herschel's Farm.
I know I heard something in here. Check under the bed.
You got it.
What the?
Thank you, Herschel. I thought for sure I was a dead man.
All you need is faith, Rick. And I should know, after all, I'm a man of faith. Now, let's kill some walkers.
Absolutely,
You know what I mean? Like just nothing but 60 minutes of fighting
carnage.
zombies. Yeah, and then that'll appease my appetite. But,
there's only 3 or 4 people on this planet that can take that kind of carnage, and you're looking at 2.5 of them right now. The other one's out west, and Son of Chap is somewhere.
Yes.
Carl Headblaster's also somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, stay tuned down here for the info.
Yes.
At least Chucky the Rubber Chicken didn't fly this week, and essentially, maybe they're on some kind of a right track here. Mm-hmm. So stay tuned for more, and stay scared.
Stay scared.
And fight evil.